turn horrendous now. But at 14, I admit, I was jealous of the fact that other girls my age had this validation of sorts, by being the kind of girl who got whistled at on the road. At the age of 15, I developed my first real crush on a friend who had a great smile and an even better sense of humour. I think what I liked best about him was that he was always smiling, and unconsciously that he was tall and sturdy looking. The kind of build that would make even someone like me feel physically small. That was such a rush. For the first time, I actively hoped for reciprocation. We were good friends, and frankly, I was so into him that I am sure it was completely obvious to everyone, to my everlasting embarrassment when I think back now. I never really told anyone except one of my girlfriends. She was, and still is, my staunchest supporter when it comes to my struggles with weight. She always knew, even though I never felt like I could talk about it, that it bothered me a lot. Even though she never gave me the impression that it was hopeless, on some level, I think I knew it was. It had been drilled into me through all possible channels. Boys did not like girls like me. As it turned out, I was right. He did not have any feelings for me, and in fact asked another girl from my class to go out with him. I was both devastated and vindicated. I knew, even if no one else did, that this was hopeless. He asked her out. She was not interested in being with him, and I was jealous of her for months. Frankly, she was never really a close friend, but after that incident, she was too much of a reminder of what I lacked for us to ever form a real bond. Wait, this is not a story about the world trying to put me down while I remained steadfast and confident in my worth. This piece is not full of anecdotes about other people being cruel to me, even though some have been, because my struggle with my weight has been mostly internal. No one made me hate my body, but at the same time, everyone did. It is the unconscious gestures that people make which are often more painful than when someone calls you fat as an insult. I have a friend who is very focused when it comes to losing weight. She is slim by my standards and normal by any standards, but she's almost always on a diet, almost always talking about exercise, and almost always talking about how flabby she is, or how many love handles she has. When I see the way she talks about herself, about whatever little fat she has on her body, with such dismay and hatred, I know what she unconsciously thinks of me. She might deny it. Everyone might deny it, but if she hates her thin body for being fat, I know how much she must hate my fat body for being fat. As girls, we learn at a young age that bodies are not just about functionality. In fact, they are barely about functionality as long as you look normal. And then, beyond normal, there is the unattainable good-looking. A friend of mine in school, cribbing about putting on weight, once said to me that she was thankful she had prominent collarbones, because one can't really be fat with prominent collarbones. She was right, of course. A prominent collarbone means that the fat in one's body has not surrounded the bones so completely as to make it invisible. For years after that, I would check to see if my collarbone was visible.